Hi, welcome to Attainable Green, where plants are awesome and so are you. I'm Jess, and today we'll be talking about Zygopetalum orchids. These orchids look quite different than what you see in the garden center. It's not like a phalaenopsis. These Zygopetalums have pseudobulbs which emerge from a rhizome with grassy palm-like leaves. Zygopetalums are known for their beautiful flowers and wonderful floral scent. I have two hybrids, the Lissendorf and the Adelaide Meadows, and they're both not in bloom, but they're in active growth. Zygopetalums are considered intermediate light orchids, preferring bright morning light and dappled shade. They're comfortable with temperatures between 60 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. They prefer humidity around 40 to 60%. They also like a drop in temperature of about 10 degrees at night. As for media, they like to stay a little on the moist side, but don't let it get soggy roots, and do not let the roots dry out for too long. I heard that some people grow zygos outdoors here in Southern California. I tried to test that theory, but in the summer I got some sunburn on the leaves, and in the winter it got cold damage. So maybe growing outdoors is not for me, unless I can give it more shade and protection. I love my Zygopetalums, but they struggled after I moved to this new place a year ago. I grew the Zygopetalum Lissendorf for 2 years. I named her Clara after the Doctor Who character. After her first blooming, she suffered outside in the cold wintry weather that caused half of the roots to rot and die off. I repotted her, and the next year she grew several new growths, but they were stunted, and some of the growths and new roots rotted due to the large pot and overwatering. This year, I decided to split her into 3 divisions, with about 3 to 4 pseudobulbs each, so that the pot will dry faster. I also kept knocking the leaves, so they got pretty battered over time. So with a smaller plant, it's easier to manage. Each division is growing differently. Let's start with the largest division. This one has 1 large growth that will soon be maturing a pseudobulb. It has 4 pseudobulbs, and though they are wrinkled, they're doing well. One of the oldest leaves got a little sunburn from when I put it outside, and it got too warm and hot for it. Next, this division has 3 pseudobulbs and 1 new growth. There is a little bit of leaf tip dieback, but nothing worrying. The color of the leaves is very strong and healthy. The last division contained 4 of the oldest pseudobulbs, and they are mostly leafless. It just recently lost a leaf on the oldest pseudobulb, so it's a little low on leaves right now. 1 growth rotted out and left 1 leaf behind. There was also a new growth that's just now putting out roots, so once it reaches the media, I'm sure it'll grow faster. Next is the Zygopetalum Adelaide Meadows, which I've named Oswin, another iteration of the Doctor Who character Clara. I got this one a few months ago, so I don't have too much to say about her. She came with 5 large pseudobulbs and 1 new growth. The leaves are a little spotted. It's normal for zygos to get some leaf spotting, usually due to overly wet and cold weather at night. It's not a pest or a disease issue. On the newest growth, there was some edema or something causing the leaves to look spotty. It might be due to transport or getting too much water all at once or a cold shock, I'm not sure. I'll keep an eye on it and see what happens. It's about the right size to start maturing a pseudobulb, so we may have blooms on later in the year. I repotted it a few weeks ago because the pot it came in was deformed and the roots had nowhere to go. I moved it so that the new growth is in the center of the pot and it will have room to expand. There are some active growing tips on the roots, but the ones outside the media stalled, probably because it's too dry. This is an orchid that enjoys water during its active growing season and doesn't like to stay dry for too long. So these are my zygos, Clara and Oswin. Not a large collection, but if I can take better care of them, I may expand it in the future. Well, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this episode, please give it a thumbs up. And let me know what you think about growing Zygopetalums in your environment. How do they do? Subscribe to my channel, Attainable Green, for all the latest updates and more. Hit the bell so you never miss a beat. Bye!